I'm Sebastian Piccione, comic book writer for Sunday Night Comics. Well, I went to school to be an artist, and went to school long enough to discover. I went to art school long enough to discover I'm a writer and not an artist. So, but I met a lot of cool artists, and I get them to draw my stuff. But I've really just been writing maybe about 2 years now. I always knew I always thought I wanted to draw comics, and then when I realized that really wasn't my strongest suit. I could do wonderful pinups, but I'm never going to be able to draw the intricacies of page work and panel work. I figured I could try writing them. I became an English major and found out I was much better at writing than I am at drawing, and that was pretty much that was it from there. I've worked with a lot of local people. I've worked with Joe Kuzma. He worked with me on Allied Forces. Nelson Ortega, who did some Marvel work in the 90s. He did some backups in Silver Sable and some Night Thrasher stuff and Spider-Man Annual. And then later he did Sonic the Hedgehog and Street Sharks for Archie. He did some work with me in a couple of my stories. Dirk Grobe just did The Bug with me, and I work a lot with an artist out of Portugal named Martino Abreu. He does a bunch of my stuff. He's like a machine. And then my old friend Mike Dreyer created my first character that we had published, which was Cat 5, my hurricane-powered Category 5 Floridian superheroine. I'm passionate about all of them. One of the ones I'm happiest with, again, I worked with Nelson. Oddly enough, it was this short story that I did in a book called Never Look Back for Incubator Press, a local small print company, and it's a detective story. And I have this character Theo Strand, who he's kind of a prick, and he takes on some mob enforcers for a local friend of the family who owns a small business, and he bites off a lot more than he can chew, but he backs it up with a lot of very solid, very believable BS, and it was just a really, really solid story, and Nelson blew it out of the water on the art, and I think that's one of my favorites. I mean, I love them all; they're all my babies, but that one came out a lot better than I expected it to. I review comics for a show called FIC, the Famous Faces and Funnies, and Invest Comics review show. It's on Invest Comics, on investcomics.com and on YouTube. And it's me and my friend Sean Sorensen, who works for Famous Faces, and I freelance for Invest Comics. And we just have a lot of fun and just read a lot of books. I'm slated to be a recurring guest speaker, but at the moment my schedule doesn't have me able to do it. They film it on Sundays. But yeah, Sean Sorensen and another friend, Sean Cobble, do Breaking the Fourth Wall, which is just a lot of rambling, sometimes with a point, but they've gotten some great interviews, and there are some more interviews lined up with some really impressive people, so that's always cool. I'm working on a handful of things, and I'm actually working for the first time on trying to figure out how to take it to the next level. I was never good at finding the right people to try and take it and get picked up, but lately I've been looking into editors for some larger companies and trying to figure out how to finally break in, as it were, to some real publication. But I have a bunch of other little things that I'm working on my own, including the 3rd issue of Heroic Tales, the 2nd issue of Allied Forces, and I've got some more Cat 5 stuff that I want to do. I like. It depends. I think, I mean, anyone who knows me knows that when you think me and comics, first thing that comes into anybody's head is Blue Beetle, the Ted Kord Blue Beetle. I like comics that are funny and silly, and a lot of mine are, but I like the ones that aren't all joke. I like them when they're, there's actually superheroics and stuff going on, real stories, but they joke along the way, because I think there's only so serious that you can take yourself while in, spandex and calling yourself by these ridiculous code names. And I think that most heroes doing so would be aware of, they should at least be cognizant of, wow, it looks really ridiculous. How do I pull this off and kind of run with that?
With the whole New 52 initiative, what side do you come down on? You like it? You hate it?
I come down, I take 52 and I become 50-50. There are books, a lot of books that I really, really, really love. A lot of books that I just thought, oh my God, and then a handful that are kind of in the middle. But overall, the Bat books have been great. most of Animal Man I've always loved Animal Man, but now so do other people, so that's nice. I can talk about him and not get really. And then there's been some great art and some great stuff. Gail Simone's Batgirl it took a while for it to grow on me, but it's one of my favorites right now. If I could live the life of anyone, sci-fi or superhero, I'd like to be Lister from Red Dwarf. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and just mostly lager and vindaloos and all sorts of smeg ups in the middle of space, and I think that'd be pretty smeg and awesome, really. You can pick up some of my work through Indie Planet, or you can find me through, I'm Sunday Night Comics on Facebook. You can find me there, or Sebastian at investcomics.com is an email address. But right now, most of my works are on Indie Planet. And like I said, if you can't find them, find me, and I'll guide you to them.
All right, thanks for talking to us.
All right, thank you.